How you doing, YouTube? Matt Nassa Beer Reviews. New brewery time. Form of Lanahu. I think I'm saying that right. Lanahu Ales. This is their Bruddah IPA. This is a 7% alcohol by volume Hazie IPA, I believe. Because it didn't say anything else in the can. There's no canning date. So this brewery exists in Mountaintop, Pennsylvania. If you guys don't know where Mountaintop, Pennsylvania is, you're probably like almost everybody else in the world. Mountaintop's very tiny. It's 20 minutes outside, not even 15 minutes outside of Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. And I used to live in that area. Now I live in New Jersey, but I still get my hair cut in Wilkes-Barre. And my barber, Anthony, he's a jerk. He changed his hours, and the only day I can go up on this is on Saturdays now. So I need to drive all the way up to Wilkes-Barre and get my hair cut. But I took the fam today. Took Liesel, took Micah. We went and got my hair cut. And I've been meaning to stop at this place, but I just, it's kind of, I'm never in that area anymore. So it was a perfect opportunity to stop by and had a couple beers and brought this beer back. Now we're going to drink it. It's called Science. So, yeah, these guys opened not too long ago. The tap room was quite nice. You could tell whoever owns it and is the brewer there is kind of a short fill can. He's got to be some kind of scientist or engineer because of the way the place is laid out. They have that tap system, and I actually do like these tap systems. They have that tap system where you pay per ounce, like you pour your own beer. They give you like a card, and you take that card and you put it up on this thing when you pour your beer, and it says, "Okay, you took 5 ounces. You pay for this much." I actually like that system, but there's flaws to it. You drink a little bit more than you typically would sometimes. Not me. I only had 2 beers while I was there, and the card kept messing up and stuff like that. But we're not reviewing the system; we're reviewing the actual beer itself. But I dig the spot. I had a lager. It was a fruited lager though. It was what was it? Not passion fruit, papaya, mango, I forget. Anyways, a fruit lager. It was really nice. It was more fruit than lager. I had an imperial stout there, which was a really, really nice brown ale. Just wasn't an imperial stout. And I had a hazy there. The other beer, I said I only had 2. The other one was for my wife. But I tasted it. I really enjoyed the hazy, so I'm kind of curious to see how this comes off. Label-wise, it's probably somebody they know in the background of an old picture or something like that, so it is what it is. Beer-wise, that head retention kind of has me a little bit worried. It just doesn't have that soft creaminess. It has that kind of carbonic acid kind of carbonation thing going on, so we'll see what's what. But overall, it looked pretty nice. Had a nice white head on it. Had this rich kind of hazy orange glow to it. 7% alcohol by volume. Give it a swirl, see what happens. Head comes back pretty nice. It's good nose. It's nice, man. You get this nice tropical fruit citrus thing. It's citrus, but the grapefruit, pineapple citrus with the soft little like underripened kind of tropical fruit thing. But there's a little weedy greeniness in here. I just kind of like the dear to my heart way to kind of let me into loving your beers, and I'm kind of getting that in here. Yeah, it's got this little ranky-dank thing going on. This little garlicky onion ranky-dank on top of that tropical fruit, on top of that citrus. I kind of dig the nose. It's not overly sweet. It smells vibrant, but not heavy-handed. 7%. Smelling the part. Let's dive in. Cheers. It's actually really tasty. I don't mean to say that in a surprising way. Like I said, the hazy I had there was quite nice. It's tasty. There is an elevated kind of carbonic thing in the carbonation, so the carbonic acid level in the beer is a little bit higher than I'd appreciate, but it's not heavy-handed. It's not like Treehouse level. It's not like not Treehouse, sorry, Trillium level, like Dancing Gnome level. It's not like Foam level. But it's there. It's propping up the bitterness on this beer. That citrus, kind of pineapple, grapefruit leaning into tropical fruit is definitely there. It's a little bit more fruit medley for me than anything else, but it's still vibrant. It's still purposeful. It's still at that ABV level. It's not something where I'm like, it drinks more like 5%. No, it's like a 7% hazy. Mouth feels nice. In spite of that slightly elevated kind of carbonic level, I think it's really tasty, honestly. Is it as good as the Hazie that I had on draft? No. I think this is more of a canning thing than a beer thing. You know, they don't have styles on the cans. None of the ones that they had canned there had any kind of style on them. It's the only one that had an ABV on it. And all of them lack dating. They have their own canning line, so they're not crowlering their beers. It's just missing those markers. Kind of like not put a sour taste in my mouth, but I was just like, I just want, like, you have 3 cans. I want something not super high ABV, and I want something, I'll take the fresh one to kind of be like, okay, this is probably the better showing of all the beers they had, and I really couldn't figure it out. Even the person in the tap room I talked to, I was like, okay, what's this beer and what's the ABV? And he's like, I don't know, I think it might be on our website, those kind of things that kind of like, okay, we're at the brewery, you should know this stuff, kind of thing. But all in all, I actually think it was a really fun brewery to stop in, and I actually dig this beer. I like it. It's probably one of the better hazies that come out of northeastern Pennsylvania, like, period, straight up. I think this is quite a bit better than a lot of stuff that Breaker has done. There's a couple of breweries I haven't had beers from in that area, but I mean, as far as NEPA goes, there's not a ton of breweries, and it's probably the better ones, up there, with the kind of some of the older school stuff from a brewery we shall not talk about, kind of getting closer to that, and just with little tweaks and twists in the way this beer is kind of presented and how that kind of carbonation works, carbonic levels, stuff like that. I think it'd be like really, really good, really good hazy, in par with the one I had at the brewery. I think that's one of those things where when you have a small brewery like this that's trying to do good things, which is what they are trying to do, obviously. And the stuff that I had on drafter, even at Fruited Lager, was hyper clear and really crushable. Again, the stout, which was low ABV, 5% stout, but it was not a stout, it was a brown ale, but it was really, really tasty. You can tell they're doing technical stuff, but at the same time doing fun stuff. And I dig that. I like that. Fun brewery. I want to stop by again. Let's put it that way. Yeah. I'm curious to see if anybody out there has had anything from these guys before. I know, a lot of people that watch my channel are from northeastern Pennsylvania, because that's kind of where I lived when I started the channel, and kind of met and engaged with a lot of people out in that way. So I'm kind of curious what the guys think of Lanahu, right? Lanahu. Yeah, Lanahu. Yeah, it's Lanahu. Lanahu. Nah. Lanahu. Lanahu ales. I'm curious to see anybody out there has had stuff from these guys, and curious what they think, because they've been around for a bit, but I haven't had any kind of like people telling me, man, you got to visit here, man, you got to visit there. But the beers that I had, the experience I had at the brewery was quite fun and quite nice. I think they're doing fun things. It may just be a thing where they're in the middle of nowhere. It's mountaintop, baby. What are you gonna do? But yeah, I dig it. I think it's fun. I think it's tasty. Is this one of the better IPAs that I've had as of late? Yes. It's not Mount Rushmore status. It's not towards the top, but it's tasty and it's fun, and I dig it. Listen, new brewery time, stop in, have a couple different beers, 3 different interesting beers, and go away with cans, and have something tasty. I call that a very much of a win. Bag availability on this sucker, I forget what I paid for this. Actually, I just got it. I was going to, whatever it costs, I was just going to take it because I wanted to review some of their stuff, and I have no idea. And but their price points on their beers, I believe, were decent. I had 3 pours there, 2 half pours and a full pour. 2 full pours and a half pour and a 4-pack, and I think it bounced at $35. Not too bad. And leave you with, if you like what we like this, if you like new school juicy IPAs, with the asterisks, if you like breweries trying to do fun things, because that's what they were doing at the brewery when I was actually sitting there tasting stuff, unique stuff. They had other stuff than beer on draft, and supporting local, man. Go check them out. Lanahu Ales, Mountaintop PA. Go give them a whirl. If you like those things, you'll like this. So there you go. Reviewing the books. Let me know, like I said, if you've had anything from these guys down there, if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers, if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massif. If you want to check me out doing a whole podcasting thing, and hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of Lanahu right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.